Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Louie Phillips 12 and welcome back to episode 91 of the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. Episode 91, it's not Neymar, it's Kevin De Bruyne.
I was going to say, we're going to think of a FIFA card to
Who
go
else
for
is,
this
who
one.
else is 91 rated, fellas?
Stephen Lamb.
Is Benzema 91 or not?
Yeah, and Lewandowski as well.
Ooh, great couple of strikers there. Not necessarily the fastest.
No defenders.
Not the fastest.
Just fodder. So, speaking to you, Mark Lammy. Yeah,
Easy as.
make sure that's good.
Yeah.
So, we are doing a World Cup special today because soccer is the theme of the month. Football is the theme of the month. So, I hope you guys like that. If you got your head in the sand and you're like, footy's better, then click off and listen to the Brock Fit podcast because this isn't the one for you. We're going to be chatting about culture, Brazil, Qatar, all that kind of stuff. But firstly, I'm joined with my co-host here, Anabolic Gabe. Gabe, how are you? How'd you sleep?
I slept magnificently last night. I've been sleeping very, very well lately.
We know, mate. You're in love.
I have been sleeping very well lately. I don't know what's going on. A bit of a cuddle monster lately. Loving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I slept fantastically and life's good. How are you, Louie Phillips? And how did you sleep?
Mate, yeah, just been vibing, going to bed late, watching the World Cup. So.
Well, that's fair enough because the World Cup has been on and you watched, a few games.
And we are joined here with one of our housemates here, Stephen. Stephen, welcome to the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. How are you? How'd you sleep?
Long time listener, first time on the podcast. I slept fantastic, actually. Something about the air this side of town, it just feels better. Yeah, it's been good.
We weren't should we tell them how well we know Lammy?
Yeah, so.
Where he lives?
Yeah.
Well,
okay, go on.
Where I live, if you want to get into detail, go for it for sure.
Well, I was going to say in the house.
Oh, no, we shouldn't. That gets me on to
The next point.
the elephant in the room.
I know. Let's address him.
Where is Louie Phillips?
I want to tell the story, but you know the story better than most of us.
I've only heard rumours, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I have had a direct line of contact with the big man.
I don't know from where.
I have just
Through his mother, maybe.
Arabian Nights, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
1001.
Anyway, so Louis had a successful stint on the Oligarchs boat. He is potentially getting offered a graduate position on big Vladislav Oligarchs.
No way.
Really good. So, a very successful trip there, but he's actually been intercepted by the Qatari government for another opportunity. So he's had 3 huge opportunities in a row.
Shout out to Qatar because that is, not only is it a beautiful country, but I've also heard the weather is a lot better than it is here in Melbourne.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the point. The Qatari government has intercepted him, provided him with a bit of an opportunity, and they've said, mate, we need a few more Ecuadorian supporters for... Was it Ecuador?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ecuador.
Valencia.
Yeah, so he's there with a Ecuador jersey on.
Oh my God. So he's gone to be a supporter of Ecuador, even though he's not from Ecuador. Now, Qatar paying him for this?
So they're paying for his flights and accommodation, but I don't believe there's any wage there.
So but we're not really 100% sure exactly what's going on because...
Yeah, so I think he does have internet connection there, but they don't have conventional social media platforms.
It's kind of like... I don't know if I could say that. There's a specific amount of
so they don't have Facebook, Instagram,
Snapchat.
Snapchat. They've got all these alternative
There's
ones.
a specific contact they can have with the outside world. And
so I think what was one of the ones he wanted to call us on?
I believe he had a Kick was the first one that he actually contacted us on, but no one uses that anymore.
He's like, lads, do you want to have a call on Kick?
Yeah,
and we're
unfortunately
we'll
not.
see you when we're looking at you, mate.
And it is
We're not
different.
doing
It's
Kick.
different time zones over there. They're in Doha as well, so Doha. So we can't actually get to him, unfortunately. When he's awake, we're asleep, and vice versa.
And I don't want any comments from you little annoying people going, bring Louie back. Mate, it's not like I'm holding him hostage and I'm just going to take the duct tape off his mouth and get him out of the closet to get to the next episode. It's like, mate, I can't control when he comes back, so stop getting mad at me. Bloody get mad at him about it because I can't control it.
And don't get mad at me as well, please, because I'm here to fill a void, trying to help out. Don't say get Prime off the podcast because Prime and Gab are the most arrogant pieces of crap ever. Mate, I'm just here to fill a role. I might not be doing the best job, but I'm trying my
We're doing our
absolute
best. But anyway, what's been happening, fellas? Anything from your end, Lammy?
Not much, actually. Just work. Living in the house has been pretty nice. Nice little change.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We obviously, we weren't sure how long Louie's going to be gone for, and we need to fill some portion of the rent. So we said, we need
it's
to
a big
get
one too.
Yeah, it's a lot of rent.
This mansion, we got 17 bedrooms last time I checked. So
I know, and you and all your friends take up 15.
Yeah.
just one or two, I think. But yeah.
Which is ridiculous. What did you do on the weekend, Lamb Dog?
On the weekend, actually not much. Went out drinks Friday night and then spent Saturday and Sunday both hungover.
Professional drinker.
Fantastic.
Bloke over here.
Not us, mate.
Not us.
Yeah.
You know us.
You would never catch us
I
drinking.
think some people can, some people can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we're work in progress.
I've never seen someone more down in the dumps than Gab on Sunday, to be honest.
It was grim viewing for all of us involved.
He was not well, bro. He was laying on the couch.
Yeah.
Was I?
Lots of grunts and moans, not a lot of verbiage, unfortunately.
Not happy.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling very well. What can I say?
Why was that?
Oh, well, I can't really get into the exact details now, can I?
I want you to tell me exactly how many standard drinks you had.
Oh, well, yeah, the hungover part I can tell you about.
I think
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's all training. So Gab's just preparing his body for a big summer.
Yeah, I've
We'll get there
definitely, I'm
eventually.
not piss fit, as they say.
Well,
So,
I honestly went out last weekend, had a pretty massive hangover.
Yeah.
And then this weekend went out, no hangover at all. I felt $1 million. So there could have been other things that helped that.
Now,
but
are you
drinking
gonna-
water,
Yeah, the hydrolyte for sure.
Tom,
Definitely
water.
saved you.
are you going to address some of the rumours that came about from this weekend?
I'm going to have to address these rumours.
So, I don't know where this has come from, guys, but apparently, Tom's a bit of a stingy bloke on a night out.
Okay, I wouldn't say I'm a stingy bloke.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate. Some of the people that we know help us out with when we're going out. And I was out on the weekend at the Emerson, which is a lovely little place just off Chapel. I went to Morris Jones, I believe, before, which was a great time. Had a couple of fireballs. And then we went to, like I said before, the Emerson. And I've had all these comments on my TikTok recently of people saying, Bolch is the stingiest piece of crap ever. He's freaking walked off and hasn't paid for his drinks, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And look, the same as you, I don't want to big note ourselves or anything, but like we were fortunate enough to know some
Mate.
people at the club that gave us some drink
Oh,
cards.
I'll explain to you. Like, I've never been to this place before, but like, as soon as I walk in, like they let us like in straight away.
Yeah.
There was a big line there. Let us in straight away. Bloke I've never met before, shake his hand. He plops 20 drink cards in my hand. Plops 20 drink cards in your hands. Plops 20 drink cards in the other people's hands
Yeah,
we're with.
that we were with.
It's like, mate, we couldn't even churn through that even if we wanted to.
So shout out to actually Mick Mayo, who's the one
Yeah.
that got us in. Straight through, absolute legend. Emerson's a great place to be.
But I don't know where these rumours came from because we're just using those cards
Like,
the whole
I'm sorry,
night.
I wasn't paying for the drinks anyway because we had drink cards.
I'd
So
say if we're fair, Tom's a lot of things, and he's a lot of things, but he's very generous at least.
I am
That's the one
generous.
thing we'll give him, for
I
sure.
am.
I remember the
generous.
one time I was like, bro, can you transfer me back for dinner? And you brought like 2 girls with you. And I think it was like $60 a head, $180 a head, maybe plus some drinks. And you just transfer me like $300. He's kind of loose with his money. Like,
A little bit generous.
he's a bit flamboyant with his money, if
I'm
anything.
not flamboyant at all. For me, it's like, money's an interesting thing because a lot of people.
No, but you're generous with your mates and like
Yeah.
people. You're generous with people, I'd say.
Oh, thank you. That's a very kind way to put it. I try to be a nice person. It's funny, yeah. A lot of people have a skewed perception of the kind of people
We had
that
a good
are.
system on
We do.
Saturday night. You paid for all the Ubers. I paid for the Uber Eats when we got home at like 5 a.m.
How good was the Uber Eats?
So you got $80 worth of Ubers. I got $80 worth of Uber Eats for us.
and that's how a good partnership works.
really good.
You scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Anyway, we got your birthday coming up, mate. Any plans for that?
Birthday this weekend. We'll head to Emerson. You'll probably seen the Snap stories by now. Or I could have done something like kissed another bloke and put it on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not
I don't know what
that
happened.
there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I do it for a bit of fun every now and then. Don't expect. I'm still getting used to Melbourne, how there's cameras in your face a lot of the time, and if
Yeah.
you do something stupid, then someone's generally recording it. So, like on the weekend, yeah. Anyway, there were some stupid things, but anyway, so I'm just trying to behave myself with all of that. But yeah, birthday 23 this weekend, so catching up to you
Well
guys.
done. And what are we drinking, mate?
I'll have 2 or 3 sodas.
No, I mean, what are we drinking
now.
now?
Yeah, sodas. Alive
Oh, yeah.
sodas. 2 or 3 alive sodas.
I get tagged in 100 of these stories every day because there are these kids
who we
sniffing,
love.
who we love. They're drinking these drinks, they're loving them, and they're tagging us in all the stories. It's pretty cool because we haven't really told them to do that. They're
No.
just getting them. So
What's your favourite flavour at the moment? Is it lemon lime bitters?
this is like one of the first lemon lime bitters I've had, and I'm
good.
really liking it.
So Alive, you can get it in Coles Express. It's
How do
pretty
you
much
like it,
everywhere.
Lammy?
I think it's amazing. Honestly, I think the lemonade's the most slept on. Quietly, I think it's
Dude,
pretty
someone did a rating the other day and rated it as like a 5 or 6 out of 10. I was like, bro, how are you going to be rating it that low?
But
It's
they
freaking
gave that one
delicious.
a 9,
They
didn't
gave
they?
this one a
good. How was it
9.
in your power rankings? Actually, you did them the other day as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so I had Blood Orange, I think I had Lemon Lime Bitters first, Blood Orange second, Lemonade third.
So
for my top.
we've been spending all this time, us three, building this gym here, and they just put in the new Alive fridge, which is sick. It's going to be fully
incredible.
stocked with Alive.
Fantastic.
They'll get the
So
Alive banner.
fresh.
It'll be pretty sick. And this isn't just like a brand we're getting like little cashies to do reads and
We
stuff
own
on.
it.
This is our soft drink brand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
We actually own the brand, so it's like
this is our baby here.
this is our little son or daughter.
Expect big things from it. I think next year we're looking at like entire
Get it into
Australia
Coles and
domination,
Woolies,
Coles,
Australian
Woolies.
domination.
So
and
at the
then-
moment it's just Coles Express, isn't it?
And then hopefully it's in IGA and that sort of stuff as well. But hopefully we can get it to some other international places like India and that sort of stuff.
And
Yeah,
keep
keep off Qatar actually for the World Cup.
Qatar, actually, we need that. That's what Louis
Yeah.
hopefully doing as well.
Brand
Getting to
ambassador,
Qatar.
yeah.
But
we
guys,
have
keep,
ambassador.
keep tagging us in the stories. Tag Prime Train, Anabolic, Louie Phillips, 9 to 5 Fitness, and tag Alive. Make sure you're following it. And yeah, it is absolutely delicious.
Alive Symbiotic. 10 out of 10. That wasn't even really a plug that we were meant to do, but we
No,
kinda
it
just
isn't.
plugged
I
it
think
anyway.
just like we're putting them on.
Just put it in mind.
Anyway, last week we said that whoever has the funniest comment wins a singlet. So I'm going to look through some of the comments now and see if there are any funny ones.
Can you read them out to us?
I will.
Okay, that's what I'm interested
I will,
in.
guys, because a lot of you have really good senses of humour. They were making fun of you because apparently you were spitting Taken game to shear the whole... But I feel like that's how you normally are.
Oh, what? Like I was trying
So
to...
with the podcast
Spitting
with
what kind of
Shia,
game?
they were
Yeah.
like, wow, Prime has no limits. He's like spitting Taken game, which means like she has a boyfriend and he was spitting game at her.
I think that's just how he speaks in
What?
general.
I
Because
know.
honest to God, we sit on the couch together some nights and he speaks the same to me. So
Bro, I call you guys darling and babe all the
Yeah.
time. Just like...
especially when he looks into your eyes, that's what you got to look out for.
I
Alright,
know,
here's a pretty good one.
I'm that close, Stephen.
All
I'm
right.
going to wander over into your bedroom very, very soon if you're not careful.
First comment. Prime will riz anything with a pulse and 2 eyes. How do you live with this bloke?
Not wrong, unfortunately. Or
Are you serious? He's not wrong.
he does not discriminate.
Bro, come on, man.
I don't know what this one means, but maybe you guys can explain it. Why does Prime look like Will Ferrell and Get Hard when he goes to the hood?
That's actually pretty funny. That's actually so fair. Can I? Yeah, I'm
Like,
not
we
trying
need
to
a
riz.
side-by-side of
I'm
that
not
one.
trying to riz her at all. Like that is such a. I'm not happy with that. I don't want to go too far as to why I wouldn't riz, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be rizzing.
His eyes are elsewhere.
Yeah, my eyes.
Leave it
A
at that.
great
Alright,
answer.
this one.
Yeah.
Prime low-key trying to slide in to shear the sheep. Gabe, they're just talking about my nan for real.
I'm not trying. Bro, I've got eyes
This
elsewhere.
one. Prime spitting Taken game. The man has no limits. Gabe just third wheeling this ep.
What is taken game? What is taken game? Does that mean that I'm saying?
You know, like HS Tiki Toki, like, oh, he's spitting, like, you'd
Yeah.
say to, like, Kylian Mbappe, he's spitting trans game or something like that. Like, it's a
It's a
joke.
trans game.
You know how, like, Kylian Mbappe
You know-
was dating, like, a trans model?
I did not know that. Good on him though.
Yeah, I'm surprised you
Did
know
you not know
that.
that?
It was,
No,
like,
I've
a
never heard
huge
that
thing.
before.
He's like dating a trans. I
Yeah.
don't know if he still is, but he was.
He was. And, like,
Yeah.
everyone was, like, not making fun of him, but,
Yeah.
yeah, that was...
Dude,
it was
some of the jokes are
interesting.
so funny. It's like when Kylian Mbappe goes to
So,
go to the
which
toilet.
funniest-
and then
funniest one there?
goes to- sorry.
I reckon Prime will riz anything with a pulse. What do you reckon? That's pretty funny.
That's
Or
true,
the
though.
Will
I
Ferrell
reckon that's a
one?
good like benchmark to start off with. The Will Ferrell one, if I get a side-by-side photo on that, I reckon that could be the...
That's pretty funny.
Alright,
Yeah.
let me look up Will Ferrell from... Was it Get Hard?
Yeah, Get Hard. Have you seen that movie?
Probably.
Will Ferrell and Kevin
I
Hart?
feel like he hasn't made that many movies. Oh, no, I have.
You know
a
the
long time
one.
ago. It's not recent though, is it?
No, it's like
Yeah.
2018, I believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious movie.
Were we watching Anchorman 2 the other day? He does a bit. Especially when Prime gets that Nike puffer jacket on. It's almost iconic.
Bro, I'm
like
literally
for
in the
like.
hood.
I reckon that's
That
the
has to
winner
be the
there.
one,
Okay,
yeah, for
so
Creativity.
Peter
you gotta reward it.
Stragos, that's you, mate. You've won. I will be DMing you, or
Congratulations.
maybe you DM me, and we'll get that Seafoam Green singlet sorted for you, mate.
Our people will talk to your people.
Our people will talk to your people, but you need to talk to my people first.
Amen.
And guys, we're doing the same thing for this week's episode. The funniest comment on the YouTubes will win a pair of compound shorts, the Seafoam Green ones.
What?
Yeah.
You're not going to give away another
Big
pair for
ass.
free, are you?
Mate,
Are
since
you
Louie's
silly?
gone, I'm
You must
sending
be
the
absolutely
Are you
leaking
for
money at this
real?
point.
yeah. Since Louie's gone, I'm gonna bankrupt the company.
Mate, just freaking just go insolvent
Go
right
down
now,
with the
mate.
shit. I
Yeah.
mean,
Just file
he's
for
trying to.
insolvency.
Yeah. All right. Other thing is, it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yep.
Crazy.
Well, today, if you're listening to this as it came out, which it should be on a Monday,
It'll be the last day of the sale.
be the last day of sale. So if you haven't picked anything up, make sure you go and get some Cyber Monday stuff.
And a little surprise, the Monday for me, I don't know what you're doing, but the Monday for me is the biggest sale of all time ever.
Really?
Yep. So if you haven't picked up anything yet, that's your chance to do it. We usually run discount code podcast. I said, if you're a real man, you don't use the Black Friday discount, you just pay full price.
If you're a real man, you log into your mum's PayPal
Or
account.
real woman. Real
for the
woman.
real supporters
Real
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about actually a real woman that we met the other day?
Oh, that was cool as.
Okay,
yeah.
we actually met. We're sitting at Briquette's, one of our favourite coffee shops, and we're sitting there, and these two police officers rock in, going to get a coffee, and one lovely female police officer comes up to us, shakes her hand, goes, "Hey Tom, hey Gab, how are you guys? I'm one of your biggest fans. I bought one of your pieces of merch when it first came out to Gab." And she said, "You never know where your fans are going to come from." And that was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I had a great chat with her. And I just, as I was chatting, I felt really bad about all the times I've filmed myself driving and just broken the law. So now I'm not doing that anymore
Bro,
because I know
never,
that
ever.
I've got fans who are police officers.
How crazy is that, bro?
And I felt really bad.
No, she was honestly an absolute angel. And I was actually going through my head. It was like, if she picks me up, do you reckon she'd let me go?
Maybe you should get rid of your parking fine, mate.
Oh, mate.
Bro, I
Don't
got
get
a
him
parking
started.
fine for parking at the front of the house.
You should see how this guy parks. We can't show photos, unfortunately, but it's definitely questionable to
The
say.
most
mate.
obnoxious parker.
Oh my.
Anyway, I reckon that's enough of that, and let's get into the World Cup
Let's
stuff.
get into the real stuff, because this is a World Cup special episode. We've kind of beaten around the bush as we do here and there, but it's time to get
I
into
feel
the
like
nitty gritty. And this
for
is why we
me-
got Lammy on as well, because he's a World Cup expert.
This World Cup
Absolutely.
doesn't have the same magical aura about
No,
it.
absolutely not. There's something about being in the desert. It's just not the same. I don't know.
It's like a different time of year. It's completely bright.
Also, the
World Cup.
atmosphere in the stadiums just seems pretty questionable at the moment.
Even Russia was better at this point.
I'd say so.
Russia was definitely better, and I actually really love Russian people.
Thanks, bro.
That's-
That was awkward.
Nah, dude. But in all honesty, it's obviously been tarnished as it's come through the World Cup, and I think that everyone's been a little bit. The media's been slating them. It's kind of
Yeah.
I see a lot of media stuff about the accommodation and this and that. It's like, you don't have to stay in a shipping container if you want. There's other accommodation there, and like
Yeah.
all they show is like the.
Couldn't
the
you stay at the
worst.
Burj Khalifa or something if you wanted to?
the Wiz Khalifa?
You know the Burj Khalifa?
yeah, the biggest, used to
Isn't
be the
that-
largest building
I
in the
know,
world.
it's Dubai.
Yeah.
It's Dubai. I was just
Not
trying to be
even-
funny,
you were looking
guys.
for
I was just trying to be funny.
I was like, isn't that in Dubai?
Yeah.
You stay at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
Not
that's it.
funny, Bolchi.
Anyway, so what is it? 15,000 people died in
Is
the
that-
making
is
of
Depends
that
it?
who you
many
ask, because
people-
if you ask the Qatari government, they said 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So the numbers are a bit.
Is how many people died in making it?
I
That's
think
what they're
that's the reported
estimating, yeah.
numbers.
15,000. Okay, who reports these numbers? This sounds a bit like the COVID numbers that get reported.
Well, by
'Cause
Dan
that's
Andrews
bullshit.
himself.
No, apparently 15,000 people actually
I've heard
died, which is
15,000 as
shocking.
well.
I'm going to be very careful with that piece of information and that analytical, because I always like to read a little bit deeper into the
I
numbers.
mean, I wouldn't say to anyone run with it because you're hearing it from the same place we heard it. We've probably read it in a comment section on a YouTube video or something
Yeah.
somewhere. But it's
I haven't
pretty-
seen it, to be fair. I haven't seen
What,
that number.
what have you seen, mate? Some verified pieces of information you can tell us about.
Well, I have seen the shipping containers, and I see them all the time, the accommodation. I've seen BBC did a video, and they wake up, it's 35 degrees, and all they have is a fan. They don't have any aircon or anything. They can't, it's a 2-person bed for 170 euros, which is pretty expensive for.
I believe
Not
it was
much.
estimated they're spending 500 million per day on air conditioning.
So what they've got in all the stadiums, they've got these massive air conditioners, that blow obviously cold air through the stadium, and also obviously to all the people on the pitch, and it just makes it a little bit less hot. But honestly, sometimes when it's that hot, it's just that hot. Like
Yeah.
it's difficult to cool it
And
down.
you know what? I was thinking maybe like Saudi Arabia yesterday
Yeah.
were more conditioned than the Argentinians because their
Bro.
climate
It's
is
got to play
probably,
into it for sure.
is probably closer than
Watch the way the ball
Argentina.
moves on the grass every single day. Like even today, when Goodwin scored his goal, he went for a knee slide. He made it about half a meter before he stopped.
Dude, that's actually
Like-
so true. And the other thing about Saudi Arabia is a lot more, like a lot of people probably don't understand unless you've actually played sport with a few, like more than like 500 people watching, how crazy a home atmosphere can actually make a
Plays
game.
into it. Yeah.
Like Saudi Arabia crowd would be way stronger than the Argentinian crowd, I think, that went. And I think that makes a massive, massive difference. You'd be surprised, I reckon.
Yeah, I think, what did they say? The Saudi Arabian keeper turned into the reincarnation of Ochoa.
Did you see Ochoa saved a pen?
Dude, he's
Di-
amazing. I
Bro.
swear, I saw a comment today from someone on TikTok. I can't remember who, but it was saying that he doesn't play for a club most years. It seems like he just comes out of the blue to play for the national team every
Comes
Every
out of the
4 years,
woodwork.
he just comes out of the
Yeah.
woodwork and just becomes like freaking.
And he is. He's
Lev
God,
Yashin.
reincarnated. Every single time we talk about him.
Bro, didn't he? Oh, he didn't do like a scorpion kick save once. I swear he's done some of like the most ridiculous stuff ever.
I don't know if that was him. There was a Mexican goalkeeper back in the day that used to come outfield and
Or
take free
Colombian
kicks.
or something.
I think.
Venezuela.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
Regional.
Yeah, I don't even know who he plays for. Like, I don't even see him on FIFA. Or
I swear he
anything.
played for a
He
French
played for
team.
Granada for a bit.
Granada.
in
Granada
Spain.
in Spanish
I think
league.
that's for 1 or 2 years.
Yep.
And then he's played a bit in South America. Apart
Surely a
from that, I'm
Prem
not sure.
team signs him at this point.
Mate, maybe they just need to put him in big game situations. Maybe
He's
that's
such a jet. I love that. That's a thing.
He's got the weirdest hairstyle in history. He
Reminds
wears
me
a
a bit of-
bandana
Was it Tim Krul that got subbed on for the Netherlands 2014 World Cup to
Yeah,
save the
just
penalty?
for penalties.
just for
Yeah.
penalties.
And he did save the
Yeah,
penalties.
he did.
And whoever was on had the biggest cry about it. Had a Kepa cry. Remember that
I was
Kepa
gonna
cry?
say that.
Bro, the literal biggest saddo in the history.
Who tried to sub him off, and then who did he?
Mourinho.
Mourinho tried to sub him off for who? Who was the keeper at that point?
Wasn't like Mendy or something, was it?
Nah.
Courtois? No.
I don't think Mendy was around by then, but Kepa turned into his own manager,
Bro, Kepa started kicking his water bottle and stuff. He was like, hey, yeah.
and he didn't end up going off.
It
Did
didn't
he?
end up going off.
That's crazy.
Have you ever seen that? Does that happen much? When they hold up the board, they say you sub off, and then how can the player overrule
Oh, mate,
the
only
manager?
in futsal on a Monday night, I think, with Prime Train. We've got him on the pitch. It's hard to get him back off.
And
Unfortunately.
mate, I
Gab
did
as well.
do that.
Gab's
to
probably
be
the worst
honest.
candidate, actually.
Yeah.
That's a lie. We both don't come off because when we do.
Like, no, Zach,
when
you
he-
go off. You go off again,
When
Zach.
we do come
Mate, I
off.
already did come off. No, go off again, mate. We're
We
staying
got poor
on.
Tommy Stevo sitting on the bench for 15 minutes while Gab's running around in circles.
Yeah.
A couple of treadmills, mate. Far out. It's
Oh, it's good
ridiculous.
fun.
Should we do some predickies?
What was that statistic you saw about the stadium?
I'll get that statistic up actually. So there's been this interesting thing. You know, we've already talked about how tarnished we feel that the World Cup kind of is at the moment. What are you doing? I'm gonna go.
No, you're good. You're good.
So like, there's a big problem at the moment that when they say the attendance,
Oh.
it doesn't quite look right.
No,
There's
I have seen
something
this.
going on with the attendance at the World Cup. So I seen this tweet and it goes, the attendance for Senegal versus Netherlands was announced as 41,721.
Mate,
And I'm like, that's a good
that's
crowd.
a good crowd, but
not bad.
the issue is capacity of the stadium.
Okay.
I think you're only sitting at 40k, mate.
Okay, so the official capacity of the Al Thamana Stadium in Qatar is 40,000. Here are some photos of the stands. There's like a lot of empty seats.
They might have just gone to the bathroom for
For
that one,
context,
though.
it looks like the
I'm-
MCG level 4 was all completely empty.
Was
So-
it half time or something? All these
Oh.
guys were going to get a
They
beer.
were going to
wait,
get a
they
beer.
can't
Yeah,
because there's no goddamn beers, is there? No beers at the World
Mate,
Cup, no
absolutely none.
Budweisers. So
Only in the
these
bloodstream.
MFs have to freaking sit down the whole goddamn time, and the attendance is so wrong.
Have you seen the price of beers at the World Cup as well?
There-
$22.50 to get a beer.
There is no.
I thought
no,
there was
you
no
can
beer.
get them outside the stadium.
Yeah,
in
8
some
kilometres
hotels
away.
and stuff. You have to get drunk
Let's talk
beforehand.
about
£22.50.
$22.50 is about the estimated for
Okay,
Australian.
that's.
So I guess that's not too
That's
far
not
off the
awful.
$14-15 we're paying at the moment. But
Yeah.
£22.
$22,
$22.
not
Dollars.
pounds.
Australian dollars.
Yeah. What were you saying about the beers as well?
There's been a few issues with people trying to sneak in alcohol, I believe. They get the old Coke can, chuck it over the top. They've been caught a couple of times. I've
And?
heard rumours that there's been, what do you call it, corporal punishment? There may have been a few people getting
Capital
whipped.
punishment, is
or-
that it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
capital. It's not looking too good, especially for the old English blokes that are getting down because they can't hold themselves off the alcohol for too long, unfortunately.
Didn't you say that there was like something about...
I heard a bloke got 30 lashings.
James Squires.
Bro,
I
30
may have read
lashes.
this online.
What do we live in?
Somewhere.
Freaking medieval
However,
times? Who the hell gets freaking lashes
30
these
lashings for a
days,
pint
bro?
of beer.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I respect Qatar, I respect their laws and everything, but who the...
I mean,
surely there's a human
they did
rights
sign an
movement
agreement
against
with the FIFA World Cup to have alcohol supplied at the stadium, and they reneged a week
And
before.
he said, "Oh, I
so-
don't feel like it anymore."
Yeah.
So,
But
Yeah, 30
Budweiser-
lashes.
Budweiser, it was like a $200 million deal.
yeah, I think it was
and
about
got-
$120 million. Just
yeah, and
up
it
in
just
smoke.
got ripped up.
Do people actually still
Wait,
lash people?
I just want to say the lashes reminds me of a time I was in Banda Aceh, which is in the most western point of Indonesia. It is the town that got decimated by the tsunamis and 200,000 people died, right?
Yeah.
And I went there for a chill holiday, right? And I was like the only white bloke there with some of my Swedish friends. And they live by strict Sharia law. So no sex before marriage. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. And all of these locals would try to stitch you up, sell you alcohol, sell you weed, all this stuff like that.
Really?
And it's like you don't want to indulge in any of that because it's like they could just come after you or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, one time I was just getting changed with my friend Edvin. He was a Swedish bloke. We were just taking our shorts off to put our swimmers on to go for a swim. One of the blokes saw my my bare cheeks and he comes and chases after me.
No way.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
this story before.
Yeah, well, I haven't told it, but he comes. I was shit scared, bro. So I get on my we had Vespers there. I got with old mate Edvin. He came on the back and
Has he got
We
like the
got
old
out of
flip
there.
flop out? He's trying to smack you with it, or
oh,
is
bro,
he
he
just
was
chasing after
he was really really angry and he was chasing after us. So we got on the Vespers and got out of there
Yeah.
real quick because like they actually do stuff like that. It was it was a place where we were the only white people and like literally all these crowds would come up wanting photos with us and things like
That's
that.
hectic.
Honestly,
Yeah.
probably the last place you'd want to end up is Balinese prison or Indonesian prison.
Exactly.
Because I don't think you would last a day quietly, Gab.
Oh,
No.
mate. I
nothing
don't
to
think
do
any
for
of
you.
us would. Bro, I'm so grateful.
But anyway, I wonder if they live by strict Sharia law as well in Qatar. It sounds pretty similar.
It sounds really full
I
on.
feel like they've had to ease up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I've got
It's
it.
not
You've got to
great.
respect their laws. You've got to respect
Yeah,
their
for
country, and I think that we all do. I don't want to get into the other sides of it, but like
Today, I feel...
hungover.
There we go.
Okay, so I saw this thing come up on Daily Mail, and I think I saw a TikTok or something about it as well.
Yep.
The real life hangover. England fans enjoy wild night at the World Cup as they claim that they partied with a Qatari sheikh, son in his palace and petted his monkeys, exotic birds, and even his lion cub. Did you guys see this?
I did
I
say
have
that.
not seen this.
So
no.
this guy's on BBC Sport with his sunnies on, like the most English bloke
He looks like
ever.
Alex from Glastonbury.
Yeah, legit. He looks like Alex from Glastonbury. He's like, bro,
Always
like I
wearing
had
a
the
bucket hat.
craziest time last night. Like, oh, and it's like everyone in this comments like, BS, such a liar. Biggest liar ever. This never happened. And then he posts like his snap story on his TikTok, and it's him like patting these lion cubs and stuff at the Sheik's palace.
It's crazy because
It's
every time you see an English bloke, you can just tell they're English looking at them.
Right.
There's something about them every
yeah,
single
probably
time.
the fact that he's wearing an English country shirt.
I didn't see that. I saw the bucket hat and the glasses. But yeah.
A Thiago Silva shirt with a Burberry bucket hat.
Oh, okay, do you reckon that Alex
And a
from
bum
Glastonbury
bag.
thing was BS?
No.
I don't think it was.
Honestly,
I don't want to believe it's
That would be
BS.
worse than the moon landing. If that was BS, I'd be...
That better not be
I'd
BS,
feel
dude.
pretty
That was a
robbed.
magical... Every time I watch it, I get so hyped.
There's just no way that someone in a Thiago
Oh,
Silva...
Thiago Silva.
Well, we went to AJ Tracy and there was so many kids with Thiago Silva jerseys
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
there,
fair
fair
enough.
enough. Well, there
they
would be
exist.
there every
Yeah.
time now, wanting it to happen. But
What's one of your favourite chants that they do in soccer? Do you know? Like, my
na
favourite...
na 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 na.
Oh,
Hey.
the old... Remember that viral video of the Tottenham versus Arsenal?
Oh,
What do you think of
yeah.
Tottenham? Like the first video.
Shit. Yeah. What do you think of shit?
That was
My
one of the
favourite
best
one
ones.
was always yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Toure Colo.
Anyway,
Anyway, that was my favourite freaking chant ever. We used to do it all the time at like parties and stuff, and these
Yeah.
girls would like look at us like, "What is
the
wrong
fuck is
with
these
you?"
It was
guys?
almost like we're speaking another language.
Yeah,
We're
it
just all the
literally
words.
is. Literally is. Like
I
Neymar.
love glory, glory, Man United, but we don't actually sing that too much anymore. We're actually all Man United supporters on this couch.
Oh, we are.
So,
Chris,
yeah.
did you see
I saw a
Cristiano
fun
Ronaldo?
fact.
Oh my
He's gone.
god.
Gonski. Where's he
Mutual
going to go,
consent.
actually?
There's a sour taste in my mouth.
Do we have
after-
any ideas where he'll go? I don't know who will take him.
Good. This is actually a really good topic.
Hmm.
I think that Ronaldo. It's difficult. I need to go through some teams and look at who doesn't have a striker.
Oh,
that
just
also
quickly,
could afford him.
before that, I think that's disgraceful what he did. Like the way
Piers
he
Morgan
went
interview
out.
as well.
No, just yeah. I think
That
that's a
was-
disgrace, mate. I used to love Ronaldo, and now I'm like, what the fuck? That's the most immature thing I've ever seen.
I understand it to a degree. From his perspective, biggest player in the world. Most followers on Instagram as well, by the way. Reached 500 million the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
But yeah,
it's one of the most controversial things for me because I'm the same as you. I really, really like Ronaldo. I love the way he goes about it. But it's a really difficult thing for me
Mate, he's had
say.
such a legacy with the club, and like, why would you end it like that?
I feel like he hasn't been treated the right way, but he also kind of seems like a little bit of a spoiled brat the way that he's acting.
Mate,
but like,
it doesn't set a good example. Like, there's no player that's bigger than a club.
Yes.
And the team won't function if it's like that.
Yep, I agree. I do agree.
I find it annoying because the whole last 15 years or so, we've been on the Ronaldo side of the GOAT debate, I reckon. Gab as well. I don't know about you, Tom. But it's hard to defend him with this.
I honestly believe it's such a difficult thing again. But like, yeah, I probably think Ronaldo is. But this year, Messi's been better. And last year, everyone was saying Ronaldo is the GOAT. Because Ronaldo had a much better season last year than what Messi did. And then Messi started the season this year, got more goal and assist than any other person in any club competition, more than Haaland, more than anyone else that's been playing in European
and he's
top
like
flight.
36.
And he's 36 and he's absolutely dominating. So at the moment, Messi looks like he stood the test of time, but he is also playing probably in a little bit more of a farmers league with probably a little bit of a worse, probably with a better team.
2 years on him, I believe. So at the end of the day, you can't run from old father time. It's going to catch up to him eventually. Even LeBron at the moment's been injured for the last month or so.
Yeah, and he's been injured a lot in the last. Yeah. How sad is it when absolute GOATs' legacies start to drop off? Same with Brady. It's happening in every single sport. NFL's got Brady. Now. Soccer has Ronaldo, and then obviously
LeBron. NBA, we got LeBron, we got KD. They're all reaching 33, 34, 35 now. They're getting up there. In 5 years' time, most of them probably won't be in the league anymore.
Russell Westbrook's, 78 rated on 2K?
Russell Westbrook gets disrespected. It is so unfair to him. He's not that bad, but...
Oh, man, he's bad.
Off the bench for the six man, though. He's not too bad.
He's bad, bro.
Bro, he used to be so good, though, don't you reckon?
He was a freak. He's so bad to watch. Like, I love Russ. I love his energy. I love him on defense. But when he attacks, turns the ball over, and hits those stupid jump shots from the freaking elbow.
Everyone knows the one you're talking about.
Oh, man. It's the literal clunkiest jump shot I've ever seen from the... anyway, it's embarrassing.
Anyway, back to the point. I just think the whole Ronaldo situation, I think he's in the wrong. Like, that's disgrace.
I think that I'm thinking that if it was anyone else but Ronaldo, it'd be the most disgraceful thing ever. But because it's Ronaldo and he's done what he's done, and he's genuinely one of the greatest footballers ever to do it, I can have some leniency in his decision. Yeah. But it's a difficult one. Like, you'd never see Messi do that.
It's just like, even straight after he posts a photo with the watch thing of him scoring a goal against United, it's like, mate, are you 6 years old? Like, you're doing a shush celebration after you just left Man United or something like that.
Yeah, look, I don't know. It's a difficult one. I love Ronaldo, and I really, really, really hope that wherever he goes next, he does really, really well and proves all of his doubters wrong.
So maybe the A-League, who knows?
Yeah.
Him and Usain Bolt off the bench.
Melbourne Victory? Give him a call, I reckon.
Ronaldo Bolt on.
Do you go for an A-League team?
I literally couldn't care less about it. I'm sorry. Fair. A-League it's...
Soccer's pretty dead in Australia.
Oh, you've got to be careful what I say, because
No, it's a shame. It should be more lit.
I agree.
I just think it hasn't been handled properly.
I think it's less on the athletes, more on the
political organisation.
Yeah, the athletes are all amazing.
It's just such an overly political sport for like the size it is in Australia.
Yeah, soccer in Western countries particularly, it's one of the most expensive sports to play for no reason at all. It costs over $2,000 to play at a good club at most times. Most people can't afford that.
Yeah.
End of the day.
So true. In Australia, I think that I've seen a few TikToks and stuff on it. It's like, you know, in some countries, it's like a really high level game to play, kind of like what rugby almost is. And kind of AFL is probably a bit more like considered highly classier sort of games than what soccer is here.
Well, what about, I remember Ibrahimovic, he was sending his kids to like an academy in LA,
USA,
and he was like saying this is just ridiculous, like how much it costs here.
They almost gatekeep it from the poorer people, which is often where a lot of the talent is, especially for soccer.
Yeah.
Look at South America,
whereas
for example.
like Europe and South American academies, they're trying to like scout as much talent from wherever as possible, and I couldn't imagine they're charging them $2,000 a year.
It's freaking expensive, but I think the USA is starting to really pick up the amount of money that they're starting to spend into soccer or football now as well.
Should we get onto some predictions?
Let's get on some pretties. I see you there on your little phone. I'm ready to get into this because I love this stuff.
We have FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. So we got Group A with Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Obviously, at this point, one game from some of the groups has been played, so we will be doing our best to predict this, and we'll see if we're right or not. So Group A, I think we can all agree Netherlands are top 100%. In the group. Comfortably beating Senegal, who are a really strong team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's quite impressive. I can't see them not topping the group.
I think that we say that in hindsight now, but if I asked you 3 or 4 days ago, would you have said the same thing? Because I think that we all rated Senegal a little bit, or we want Senegal to win, but they just lack the class.
Well, we all love Mane and Koulibaly.
Yeah, if they had Mane, I think they could have topped the group, but they don't have Mane.
Mane's playing, isn't he?
No, he's out. Yeah.
I thought he was a chance coming back for
Netherlands, though, having one of the most informed players in the world right now, Cody Gakpo.
Dude, I think how good is Gakpo?
PSV especially.
He's 6'3".
Yeah, I've seen his FIFA card.
Super young as well, isn't he?
23.
Yeah, they're always younger than us. Yeah, every single time.
Bro, how embarrassing is it when you're on FIFA and you go check how old they are and they're like born 2000, they're like younger than you. Time. When I go to Haaland,
it's like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, Haaland and Nunes, bro, I cry.
What do you? I reckon, obviously Qatar bottom of the group, and who makes it out of Senegal and Ecuador?
I'd say.
I'm going to say Senegal because Ecuador lost Enner Valencia, who's probably their best
What
player.
happened to how old is Enner Valencia now?
Did his knee in after he scored his second goal, he got tackled. So
there you go.
So I think Senegal has to finish second.
What was the statistic I said to you guys the other day? I think out of 21 World Cups, 20 host nations have qualified to the next round. So Qatar will be number 2
out of 22 World Cups, 22 the 22 host nations have won the first game, and Qatar's the first one.
I mean, who? Obviously, no one.
Unlucky boys.
No, I don't think anyone did.
Qatar was gonna...
like I was saying before, you got a little bit of home ground advantage. You never really know.
So Group B, England, Iran, USA, Wales.
Interesting. Do you guys see the way? Isn't it?
Do you guys see the way England played? Like, bro, fucking incredible.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
You watched it.
Yeah, bro. They're like Jude Bellingham and Saka, like they're so technical.
Honestly, he might be one of my favourite players, Bellingham. He's insane to watch. I think he's 19 years old, I believe, as well, which is crazy.
Maguire turns into prime Maldini when he puts on the England shirt. Bro, did you see him run an absolute clinic? He was incredible.
They still conceded 2 goals to Iran.
Yeah.
Which for me is a bit of a red flag.
Bad,
At the end of the day, though, I think even when you're up by 6, it's pretty easy to start conceding goals. The fullbacks start running forward. The centre-backs want to get involved in the goal scoring as well.
Yeah, that's a fair enough point. I love the youth of England's team. I love seeing Bellingham. I love seeing Saka getting to play as well.
Wearing some Stone Island boots.
Wearing your Stone Island boots. I love seeing that. I love seeing your club kind of performance also rated really highly, and they start to pick, especially Saka.
I think it's something about the similarities with the English culture too. Obviously, Australia, drinking culture, especially around the games. Just watching them all go absolutely nuts. It's just something special about it.
The English fans are off chops, bro. They're the craziest fans in the world.
Who takes second in Group B? USA?
Has to be USA, I think.
Not Wales, you reckon?
I don't think Wales...
Because Wales could really fire up against England. That's like a rivalry there.
Wales have been pretty good recently too.
Yeah. Nah, I think USA are actually a little bit better than what people think. Because on paper, their team doesn't look that good. But I think that the USA will actually be okay. So I think England and USA go through for mine.
Okay, England, USA, then Wales and Iran.
That's what I reckon. What do you reckon?
I agree with you.
You agree, Stevie?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So let's go Group C. Let's try to whip through these. I think... Do Argentina still top the group?
It's actually point of contention. I'm not sure anymore.
You
had to ask me 3 days ago.
This is actually a really tough group.
Well, there's people betting $100,000 on Sportsbet for Argentina to beat Saudi Arabia.
Argentina were one of the favourites, and then they lose to Al Oran's team.
Well, they were our pick to win the World Cup.
Argentina
it's going to be a little bit shaky now.
Group stage.
I think they will. Hope. I mean, that's tough games.
Poland park the bus, then Mexico, anything could happen. Ochoa comes out of nowhere, saves 3 penalties.
Messi won't be able to score against freaking prime Ochoa.
Yeah, and Di Maria's looks...
Who was it? 0-0 between Mexico and Poland.
Yep.
Yeah. Ochoa saved that Lewandowski penalty. See, Lewandowski is such a good striker that he could easily score against Argentina.
I think for me, Argentina still top the group. They'll win
Saudi
their next 2
Arabia
games.
probably make it out of the group at this point, though. I think if they get a draw,
Yeah.
It could be quite.
I think Argentina are going to win the next 2 games. Di Maria will
I don't
go
know.
full
I
Judas
think
mode.
everyone said the
Bugger
same
it.
thing about Germany in the last World Cup as well, and they came out in flying sets. So.
I literally don't give a damn. All right. I don't give a goddamn damn what
All
you
right, give us your
losers
prediction.
think. I'm picking Saudi Arabia to win the group.
Okay, fantastic.
And then I'm going to pick Poland to finish second,
Ooh,
Mexico third, Argentina last.
last.
Nah, I think no. Actually, I'll pick Argentina
You
to
have to
finish.
give them third at least.
Argentina will finish third. Mexico last.
I think Argentina first, then Saudi Arabia, Mexico, then Poland.
I honestly reckon Italy have a greater chance of winning the World Cup than Argentina do of making it out of the group stage.
Let's go.
It's a good commentary. I believe Saudi Arabia could end up topping the group at this point.
Yeah.
They look
Yep,
pretty good.
I
last
agree.
night. So
I
They
agree.
just need that Owan's
yeah,
hero
or
card.
Muhammad, the centre back.
The
Literally.
99
Or
pacer.
yeah, best card on FIFA at the moment.
All right,
Freak.
Group D, France, Australia, Denmark, Tunisia. Where's Australia finishing, guys?
Oh boys, it's not good, unfortunately.
I'm going to pick Australia to finish third
Okay.
as a supporter.
Surely we beat Tunisia. I mean, where even is Tunisia?
Somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Remember that
somewhere.
El Shakuri guy who had five-star, 6'2"?
FIFA 14.
Yeah, he was a
Benzema.
freak. Nah, he did
Oh.
look a bit like Benzema.
A little bit, yeah. Same
Yeah.
facial hair.
I know who you're talking
Well,
about.
I think France wins the group, then Denmark second, Australia third.
I think even with all of France's injuries, their team is still unbelievable.
They've got the best
crazy.
squad depth out of every team, any team.
Unbelievable. And when I was watching them play a little bit the other night, I was like, this team is unbelievable. Like, they still have people that come through like Dembele.
Bro,
And
the thing is, Pogba and Kante are out. Their next CDMs walk into any team.
yeah, literally.
It's like crazy.
are like some of the greatest ever. I really don't want France to win because they won last time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really want them to win. But, I mean, they're just so beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
their
they're
team is
insane.
stunning. And I love Mbappe.
There's
He's
something
a
about
freak.
Australia too. I just think we play far too defensively. There were moments this morning actually watching the game where it was, especially the goal we scored, good win, the cross. I think other than that, we just pass the ball back too often, and it's just not been a great
Bro,
spectacle.
you can tell that we're just sloppy on the ball. Like, that second goal that they scored where we just back pass, gave it up, and then they
it's just-
tore through
yeah.
us, and Giroud scored.
No good.
It's so frustrating when that sort of stuff. It's like
To be
on
fair,
FIFA when
I don't
that
know what
stuff
my
happens.
chances of defending Mbappe on that right back spot either would be. So he was running an
Yeah.
absolute clinic running
Yeah,
up
did
and
you
down
see
the
his
line.
cross for that
Dude,
third
it was
or
insane.
fourth goal?
You can't do anything against that.
Bro, that was beautiful.
Let's so
Move through.
that one, yeah, we've done that one. Let's whip through the last 4 groups. So we've got Group E: Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. What do you reckon?
Germany number 1 for sure. Like
Yeah,
a well-oiled
Germany's-
machine, 100%.
All right, Germany, Spain,
Has to be Germany and Spain, 1 and 2, doesn't it?
and then I'm gonna
Japan, then Costa.
go. Okay, happy with
think.
that. Group
Yep.
F: Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia.
Let's go. Well, I really like the way that Belgium play.
Mm-hmm.
I really like them. But I think Croatia, again, are a little bit of a dark horse. I don't think that their team is actually as good as what
Yeah,
on
but
paper. But
They're
just,
like warriors, bro. They're like warriors.
They've played really well in that last World Cup.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon Croatia to top that group.
Yeah.
Croatia, Belgium, Morocco,
I
Canada.
feel like Belgium have a bit of an aging side as well, so it might start showing up later on.
Mm.
I love Belgium.
There's
They're-
something about them, especially
Yeah.
Underachieving.
back in
though.
those days of Benteke and Lukaku. That was fantastic.
Oh, that was a hot,
Yeah.
a
Right,
hot partnership.
next one we got Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Samuel Eto'o's World Cup favourites, Cameroon.
Is that bloke actually?
Can he put the crack pipe
Is he all-
down?
Oh, Samuel,
He got the
put it down, champion.
he got the FIFA legend icon
And now
SBC, and
Yeah,
he's
he
got
took
a
that
bit
fat
confident.
bag, and now he's just talking absolute nonsense.
Well,
So,
I think it's pretty
power to
simple.
him, honestly.
Brazil are one of my tips to win the World Cup. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have them.
Cameroon could make it out of the group though. What do you reckon? Or no?
I mean, you've seen Shaqiri with his shirt off, right?
Yeah, that's
I reckon it could easily be him.
Bro, once I fumbled the bag with a chick who was built like Jet Andrew.
No, you didn't fumble the bag. That was
A bit of Mbappe about you. Kev.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. Nice.
All right, so who takes the second slot? Cameroon, Switzerland, Serbia. Switzerland, do we reckon?
You're
I
gonna go
think
with
Serbia have some good players. They've got some
Nemanja
those
Matic
rogue
with
sort of
13 pace.
Bundesliga players like Kostic and stuff
underrated.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They could easily do fairly well.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with the Serbia.
All right, Brazil, Serbia, making it out of the group. Next one, we have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea. Very tough group.
Suey.
Really tough group here.
For me, I want Portugal. I want Portugal or Argentina to win.
Yep.
They're not my tips to win, but I would want them to win as a supporter, as a lover of the game, as Ronaldo, Messi.
All right, let's go.
final World
Portugal
Cup.
top in the group.
Portugal, I want to top the group.
Absolutely, Portugal number 1.
And then
Who's
Uruguay second.
Uruguay second. All right. Now let's whip through who's going to be top scorer.
Fire, you just sprung that on me, didn't you?
I'm going to go with Erling Haaland.
Quickly split.
He's not playing, I don't think. I don't think he made it.
Bro, he's the best goal
Watch
scorer
him
in
do
the
it
league.
anyway, unfortunately. That's how good he is.
Next one.
Well, if you got to think about who's going to win the World
Come
Cup.
on, let's just
Who's
get
going
through it,
the
mate. We've got a
furthest?
lot to go through.
Probably. Lammy, do you have anyone for
Yeah,
this?
look, I'm going to say Harry Kane. I reckon Harry Kane would be a good chance.
Did he score 2 in the first game?
Yeah, I believe so. I think he's
And
close-
usually you only need to
no,
score
He
six.
didn't get a shot on target.
Ooh, we look
And,
like
and
idiots
I'm pretty
now.
sure he went off, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
you want to fact check that.
Yeah,
I reckon you do wanna
no, I
fact
think it
check
was a
that.
thing. Anyway, you say Prime. Who's yours?
If I want to pick someone that's going to go all the way through, like I want to pick a
Yeah,
fairy
didn't
tale.
score.
I want to pick a fairy tale. So I'd like Ronaldo.
Or Messi? Messi's a pretty safe bet, I feel like, too.
He's already scored one.
I want Ronaldo.
Mm.
I just
Also,
want
I
him.
think Havertz for Germany would be a good shout,
Because
too.
if you score 6
Ooh.
goals in a World Cup, I think that's like you get golden boot.
So I think
Yeah.
Messi's 3 goals off beating Maradona's record for Argentina as
See,
well.
Olivier Giroud took
Oh,
over.
yeah. Giroud
Did
could
he
get it.
equal the record of...
Giroud scored 2
Henry?
already.
Of Thierry Henry.
Yeah, he's equaled it.
Giroud's not a bad choice.
So you're going with Messi. Wait, who'd you say? Harry Kane.
I actually reckon Havertz, to be honest. I might...
Okay, you go Havertz.
Havertz.
Germany needs someone to score goals.
I'll pick Olivier Giroud, but I want Ronaldo to win it.
Oh, well, you've picked all the players, mate. Who else is there left?
We've said
I'm
about
going to say
7.
Cody Gakpo.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Just change it up a little bit.
I like it. It's a
All
good
right.
pick.
Who's going to win the World Cup?
Smokey, I reckon England are a shot.
Yep, it's coming home.
I hope so.
I'm going to go for France. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Brazil. I think I have to go with Brazil.
All right.
I'd love to see Mark Antony.
I feel like one of us is going to be right, for sure.
This $85 million fidget spinner. All right, anyway.
You're surely kidding.
Golden boy. Who's winning it? Neymar, he's pretty young. What about Jesse Lingard?
Jesse Lingard.
Mate, you're going to put me on the spot here because you're going to test my ball knowledge. So I might go with someone that started really well.
Mm.
Saka.
Yeah. What is the age limit for Golden Boy?
They have to be under 20, 21.
Actually, Bellingham might be a good shout for that as well.
Bellingham
Yeah,
could be a
Bellingham.
good one.
All right, next one. Golden Glove.
Who'd you go?
I think let's just go Bellingham.
You want to go Bellingham?
I think
Yeah.
there's only one answer for Golden Glove,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
There
We
is.
all,
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty across
I
this.
think
Ochoa.
we're ready.
Ochoa.
3,
From
2, 1,
Mexico.
Ochoa.
Ochoa.
Yeah.
All right, top assister.
Messi.
Whose sister?
Tom Vulture's sister.
What'd you say?
I say Messi.
I'm gonna go Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, if Belgium make it out of the group stage.
Yeah. Do you want to get an original answer there?
Ochoa.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Safe bet.
Neymar.
Okay, cool. Next, we have a few sponsors to do, and after we're going to do a really fun quiz.
Yay, quiz
so
time.
make sure you stick around for that. Okay, firstly, we have... Oh, wait. We wanted to do, like, our favourite World Cup and FIFA songs, which is to do with Spotify, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
But,
We can rip through that in a minute.
I feel like we've got some good answers to this. So we've been listening a bit in the car recently.
yeah.
All we do, just like a waving flag.
Let us
and
know-
then it goes
Let us know
back.
what your favourite... should we do FIFA song or World Cup song here?
I think World Cup because of World Cup.
I'd do a bit of both, I reckon. Do
We
one
could
of
do
each.
All right, well, what's the best World Cup song there's been?
Well, for me personally, I love Speed's World Cup song.
Yeah.
I think it's straight trash, Speed's World Cup song, but that's
Well,
just me.
That's a bad opinion, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, your opinion is
I
wrong.
think Lil Baby's song is
Otherwise, I'd say Shakira, Waka Waka.
Yep.
Mm.
Waving
probably-
flag's a banger.
It is.
waving. What else is there other than that?
You're testing our knowledge, mate. I don't remember the Russian one, I'll be honest.
Mm.
Mate, there's only one that matters. It's I Show Speed World Cup.
I'm gonna go waving flag because that used to give
I'm
me
gonna go Waka
goosebumps.
Waka.
This time for Africa.
Yeah.
All right,
somebody about Shakira. She's just special.
Vaka, vaka,
All right, best FIFA song.
16 years, the Griswolds.
16 years. You see, I reckon that's too recent though. I reckon we got to go something FIFA 12, FIFA 2013.
All right, SKP architecture
Mate.
of Helensky.
That is actually...
New. This SKP was never
know that one?
gonna stay.
Is that FIFA 13 or FIFA 12?
FIFA 12 or 13, I reckon.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Rooftop where we
sometimes you
play
just hit the
house.
shuffle mode on my favorite playlist and then you get hit straight in the goosebumps, bro.
Mm.
My favorite one is going to be by Group Love, Colours, the Captain Cuts remix. Do you know that one? I'm a man.
All right,
I feel like I do know
congratulations.
that one,
You've
unfortunately.
literally
You just picked the most obscure one
You've
you
literally
could
just
have.
picked
Up
the
in the
worst.
air.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
bro,
worst
it's
FIFA
Crazy,
song
'cause I would have said there's no
ever.
wrong answers.
I
5
can't wait
minutes
for
ago.
that to go
might
onto
be
a
the
reel
first
and
one.
everyone's going to
Lads.
comment that's the worst choice ever.
No, as someone who has reached a whole lot higher levels than either of you playing FIFA and it racked up a whole lot more hours than any of you, that is the best FIFA song out of any FIFA.
Okay, let's
We
make it
actually need a
very, very
tournament.
clear that on this couch you are the worst,
Yeah.
but it goes at the moment.
Well, now I've
Steven's
got the
better
most
than
money,
me.
so I had to do other things, bro.
Steven's at the 1, I'm at the 2, Daylight's 3rd, then Nightlight,
Then Hess, the other roommate,
then Hess,
and then Gab.
and then Gab.
All right.
So
Cardi's dog poo.
Shut up.
And Gab. I'd literally rather verse Cardi's piece of shit.
All right. Let's
That'd
keep
be a
it
good
PG,
reel, that
thanks,
one.
mate.
All right.
Let's keep it PG. All right, so
he's absolutely on one.
to do with Spotify Wrapped is coming up, guys, and we want to see which one of you guys has been listening to the podcast the most. So whoever has the most amount of hours listening to the podcast, I'll give you anything you want off the website, honestly.
No,
Damn.
Gab, you're going to go insolvent. Stop doing this kind of stuff.
So, because last time we had heaps of people sending it through, and like people had been like, listen to my voice for 14 million hours. So if anyone can beat 14 million hours, you can have anything you want off the website.
When Lewis comes back, there's going to be no furniture left in the house, unfortunately.
There's going to be no merch left.
We actually took the carpet out of his room. It's just like
We've already been
Furniture.
selling his things off while he's been gone.
yeah.
No girlfriend.
I sold his PS5. I already took his girlfriend. You took one of his girlfriends. I took his other girlfriend.
Yeah.
I sold his PS5.
Who have no girlfriend, that's for sure.
I donated his wardrobe to the Brotherhood bin.
And all
The best place for it.
And everything that was in the fridge that was his has gone to the nuclear power plant.
I also screenshotted all his
Also, not to
NFTs.
put any rumours, but Lewis's cooking skills leave a lot to be desired.
yeah, we
unfortunately.
chatted
We
about
chatted
that
about it last
podcast.
week. The power
All right,
plant.
anyway, this podcast is brought to you by Tomorrow Skincare. We love the boys at Tomorrow Skincare. I use them every single day. Use the foam cleanser in the shower, then liquid toner, then foam cleanser. Then structure serum, then
the gel moisturizer.
And guys, they are also running a bit of a Black Friday sale as well.
Oh.
You won't be able to use our code, but you can. They'll have like 30% off or
Yeah.
something. So
40% even. I think,
40%.
yeah,
So
40%.
you whatever percent. You'll just get a real good price. Now's your time to stock up. And thanks guys for using so much of code NTF because they've said it's like our best ever month in terms of people using code NTF, and that's all thanks to you guys. So I really, really appreciate that. Louie does as well. And keep not using code Prime. Keep using code NTF because they're actually getting rid of him and they're giving me all of the
They're getting Menadue and you, and then
Yeah.
they say, Prime, you haven't made us
Prime.
any
You're in
money.
the red. But yeah, guys, go onto tomorrowskincare.com. Okay, they said that .au is not a thing, so it's just .com, so go on there. Next one, Manscaped. I got 10 more jocks from them. They are absolutely banging. I actually used the Manscaped Razor Lawnmower 4.0 today on certain areas.
On where?
My
Show
ankles.
me.
Elaborate.
Show me.
Here you
Show
go,
me where
mate.
you were. Where you
Here's
used
some
it.
Eric Andre type shit.
Show me where you used it right now.
So that's really good. You actually do my speed lines with it as well. So
Yep.
if you have a real goofy housemate that wants to do haircuts, they can use the
I
the
do all the
Manscaped razor blade.
haircuts in the house with the Manscaped. It's absolutely elite.
I think they're probably also running a Black Friday sale, so go
make
use it.
sense.
If they're not, use code NTF and you'll get 20% off and free shipping.
Ooh,
Anyway, guys,
baby.
we're doing a quiz to finish off with.
We're going to test our ball knowledge here.
All right, so
We're
give
going
us
to
1
do
second.
5 questions. And we're going to try and see who the biggest legend in the house is in terms of ball knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So the way this is going to work, Lambie is going to give Gab and I a series of 5 questions, basically from the World Cup. He'll then give us 3 options, A, B, or C, and then Gab and I are going to try and guess the right answer. We'll try and guess at the same time so we don't steal each other's answers. And then at the end, out of the 5 questions, we'll do who has the most amount of points.
Is it like A, B, C, D for each one?
Just A, B,
Or is
C?
it-
Depends how do we want it.
Yeah, just A,
Do we
B,
want
C.
multiple
So
options?
should we go like 3, 2, 1? Like who? So like he says the question right, reads it out. He reads out all the things, and he'll go answer in 3, 2, 1, and we both say it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
And then, you'll just say like, A, B, C, because otherwise some of the questions we might, our ball knowledge might be more than tested, I would say.
All right, let's go for question number 1.
All right, question number 1. When did England win the World Cup?
A, B, C.
Was it 1952, 1970, or 1966?
Go 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
66.
It was indeed. Both
Dang,
of
we
you.
knew
Yeah,
that
well done,
straight
well done,
away.
well done.
Bobby
I
Charlton.
was thinking 68,
Nah,
and I'm like,
you,
and then I'm like, oh, it's not the World
I
Cup, so it
knew
must be
was
66. Yeah,
Straight away.
So-
Well done. All right, first one. We're both on 1. Let's move it along.
So the Golden Ball Award is given to the best player of every tournament.
Yep.
2010 South African World Cup. Who won the award? Was it David Villa for Spain, Wesley Sneijder for the Netherlands, or Diego Forlan for Uruguay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
VR.
Man.
It was Forlan.
There you go.
And Uruguay, I think Uruguay made it to the semis or the final that year.
I actually can't remember. I just remember
Yeah.
waking up to say Spain win 1-0.
Yeah, I just thought,
boring game, to be honest.
Spain won, David Villa
Yeah,
must,
Spain.
but Wesley Sneijder was a jet that year
Wesley
as well.
Sneijder, I think, scored 6 goals in that
The streets will
World Cup.
never forget Wesley
Streets will
Sneijder.
never forget that freaking ball
5-star week football.
5-star
head.
week, yeah. All right, 2-1.
All right, 1 second. We are pulling up some more statistics here.
Oh my God, how many statistics does this guy need, bro?
Mm.
Holy moly.
Unfortunately, it's not all off the dome.
Oh, I thought that this was just general ball knowledge
Yeah.
that you had. Who do you reckon has the most amount of ball knowledge?
So, out of current players in the World Cup,
Okay.
playing in this World Cup, who is the highest goal scorer currently?
Mm.
We have got 1, Harry Kane,
Mm.
2, Lionel Messi, and 3, Thomas Muller.
Now, is this for goals for their country?
Yeah, so goals in
yeah.
the World Cup.
Okay, goals in the
So,
World Cup.
and these are only players that are active playing in this current World Cup.
active playing. So you got Muller, Messi, or Kane.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Muller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
How ball knowledge
Maybe
is
should
Because I
Amazing.
know it needs like
Harder.
one more goal to overtake Miroslav Klose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good work. That was a difficult one because
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure. I was leaning Messi. I knew it
Bro,
wasn't Kane.
Muller will have Messi for
It
breakfast
couldn't
any
be
day of the
Kane.
week.
It couldn't
Yeah.
be Kane, but I knew that. Yeah. All right. Question number 4.
Gab stole one of mine because I was going to ask who's the highest goal scorer, but I feel like he already would have known closer pretty easily to be fair.
Miroslav
So maybe
Klose.
that's what
Yeah, I
it
know
was.
it's closer. Yeah.
We do like Miroslav Klose. I remember his FIFA card when it
Yeah,
had
OP
like the
headers.
most OP FIFA card in history. I think FIFA
Mhm.
14 World Cup.
Okay, so actually, I might just ask you the top 3 goal scorers ever. I might give you 5 options here.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, this.
So this might be a bit more difficult.
Okay.
I'll try and test you a little bit. So firstly, we've got Miroslav Klose.
Mhm.
We'll give you that one. Second, we've got Ronaldo for Brazil,
Mhm.
Yeah.
not for Portugal. Third, we've got Gerd Muller
Yep.
from
Mhm.
Germany. Third, we've got Just Fontaine from France. And then fifth, we've got Pele.
Gee whiz.
So we
I
need
want
to-
you to say who was the top 3 out of those ones.
Okay.
Did you already say one of them's number one? Or
Well,
So
we
Klose
can...
is number 1. So we need
yeah,
the next
Klose is
2.
number one.
Yeah, so we need the next 2. So out of
So is Ronaldo from Portugal?
Ronaldo from Portugal. No, sorry,
Ronaldo-
Ronaldo from Brazil.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
from Brazil.
Pele from
Pele.
Brazil. Fontaine from France.
Fontaine.
And then Gerd Muller from Germany.
Or do you want to pick 2 and I'll pick 2?
Well, I'll just pick what I think it is. You can copy and you can copy me
You
if
can
you
copy
want
if
or not. I think it is.
They're all pretty close. This is a matter. There's only 4 goals separating first and fifth, by the way. Here, so
I think I'm going to go with Muller and Ronaldo.
I'm going to go with Pele and Fontaine.
no, so Tom was actually correct on both.
Really?
There you
Yeah.
go.
So we've got Klose with 16 goals, and we've got Ronaldo coming in close with 15. and then Muller's got 14.
I know Muller scored a heap of goals.
Back in the day. Still
Yeah.
classified as
What,
West
I
Germany.
thought Ronaldo didn't play that many games for. I thought he got injured
So
very
he played
young.
19 games for his country.
At
Fuck.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
Bro, he was a freak, Ronaldo.
There you go. All right. Well, mate, you're pretty good at this.
He's done pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last question.
All right, last question. This one will be a bit closer to home, I think.
Okay. I'm ready for an Australia question or something.
That's what I'm trying to find here, to be honest.
So you've gone 4 from 4 here.
Yeah. Mate, I
Decent,
do have
mate.
pretty good. My ball knowledge is so underrated, I think.
I'm on 4. You're on 4. I'm on 2.
Can this be like a double points?
Sure. Because
Make
if you get it wrong, I'll
then you can draw with me.
then I can draw with you.
Okay, I'll make it a double point round. That's only fair.
Okay, so just slightly outside
Matthew Leckie. Tim Cahill.
of slightly outside of the World Cup, but close to home. So when Australia was qualifying for the World Cup, way back in the day for the 2002 World Cup, we played against a team called American Samoa.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you two are familiar
Yes,
with this game,
yes, I'm
I am
familiar.
very familiar. Yeah.
but I just wanted to ask you, what was the final scoreline from that game?
32-0.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Tom?
I know Archie Thompson scored 14 goals because he always fucking talks about it. I'm like, bro,
I mean, I would as well, to be fair.
this team was literally in wheelchairs. Like, it doesn't count, brother. It doesn't
They're like
really
the guys
count.
you played in Queensland.
Mate, it's like your farmers league that you play at on Monday Night Futsal. Yeah, 32-0.
So the answer is actually 31.
Shit.
So close but no cigar, and Archie Thompson did indeed kick 13 goals. He was the man of the match.
Literally Buddy Franklin.
Wow,
13.
that's crazy.
Dude, he's a freak.
Anyway, congrats, Tom.
Thanks,
Thanks
mate.
for the potty, guys.
All
Thank you
love.
very much for listening. Have a good night, and we hope you guys enjoy the World Cup. Lammy, thanks very much for joining us.
All good.
Thanks,
Cool.
guys.